You arrived at last. What were you doing, GP?
And I worked out and hit the showers. You know how to look and smell good for these fine ass grannies.
Don't start with that shit about fucking grannies. You think you need a drink before we kick off the show?
Man, hell no. Let's get straight to the show. If you're a first time viewer, be sure to stick around for the entire video. Also, to like, subscribe, and share buttons if you enjoy the content. Lastly, most importantly, keep it respectful in my comment section if you just so happen to leave a comment. And go ahead and cue the ground rules while I finish getting ready for the show. I'll be back with y'all momentarily.
Commence them as we speak.
Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
Welcome to Reality with GP. Before the show starts, a few ground rules need to be said. Number 1, if you're a prominent YouTuber and you admire GP's editing style, add to GP directly about how he does his editing. Number 2, prominent YouTubers must do a reaction video to GP's latest upload to learn his editing techniques for free. Number 3, people who are emotionally sensitive to cold, hard truth, you don't belong here, so get the fuck home somewhere right now. Number 4, any non-black women or black women under the age of 40 who find GP romantically or sexually attractive, refrain from advances, or else you will get blocked. Number 5, if you are an attractive 40 to 55-year-old black woman and you would date and or marry a 24-year-old man, inbox GP on Instagram. It's GP, your show starts in less than 30 seconds. You ready?
You damn right I'm ready. And make sure I look good for the camera just in case one of these fine ass grannies decide to tune into the show. Alright, let's get it. Last time on Reality with GP. GP report on the normalization of idiocy.
You ask me mathematical question, I bet you I can tell it to you right off the bat.
12 times 12.
12 times 12, 909,967, 909,968. It's 21,792. 91. But 12 times 12 is 24.
Because I don't know any black people that have ever adopted white children.
Madonna did it.
I'm gonna say it again. I don't know any black people that have adopted white children.
What have I said wrong?
I don't know any black people that have adopted white children.
Hold on, is this a riddle? Madonna adopted a black kid.
I don't know any black people that have adopted white children.
Have I said something wrong, or are you just repeating it?
I don't know any black people that have adopted white children.
What am I getting confused with? I don't get.
Madonna fucking white!
Yeah.
She adopted black kids!
I guess these spots are gonna be bad because soon I'm going to bleed.
Stay tuned for what's to come on today's installment of Reality with GP. Yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy GP. Alright, I'm back and I got a few videos I'm reporting on for y'all today. I'm gonna let the first video play and I'm gonna come back and get my perspective on it as usual. Now let's roll that video.
Being attacked by somebody who's doing better than you is more common than being attacked by somebody who's not. Somebody can do better than you financially, but your spirit aggravates them. Even the friend you have who's wealthier than you, better looking than you, more educated than you, comes from a better part of town than you, went to better schools than you, has a better job than you, is still jealous of you and you don't get it.
The statements in that video 100% factual in my honest opinion. Now, unfortunately, I've come to the realization that usually people who have more than me are always my biggest haters. Now, allow me to give a situational example of something currently going on in my life to expound on my point. Now, I've stated before that there's a handful of prominent black YouTubers that ghost watch every single one of my videos to bite off my talking points and make shitty attempts to copy my editing style on their channels. But these same individuals never say anything to me, and I can tell they watch it, because every time I update my editing style, they reconstruct their editing layout into a far less visually appealing knockoff version of mine. And the only reason they watch me, while not saying anything and poorly copying everything I do, is because this handful of prominent YouTubers I'm referencing are just hate watching me, which in turn is undeniable proof of the overall synopsis of the statements in that clip I just played. Now on to the location of the next video. On to the second video.
When you a real one, you won't have too many friends. Yes, sir. They won't like your lifestyle, and they won't like you. See, the reason why they can't stand a real person is because you honest and you are true to yourself. Fake people accept anything. Fake people don't have no morals. And fake people only follow the hype. I need you to realize something. A real person, they follow a path that they can only lead. And many people will not like the way that you stand on business. You a real one, which means you won't have too many friends.
What was stated in that video was accurate, in my opinion. Being a real person myself, I would say there were multiple points the guy in the video didn't mention in reference to things that accompany being a real person. Now, I only listen to explain two of them due to me being pressed for time here. My first area of reference. When the majority of people who follow the hype come across a real person, they'll oftentimes tell us that we need to be normal. And when I hear someone tell me to be normal, that translates to my thought process as them telling me not to think for myself, but instead mindlessly adopt the beliefs and ideologies of influencers and celebrities like they do, which is something that will never happen. Now, second area of reference, people who follow the hype will oftentimes verbally antagonize real ones in an effort to get an emotional rise out of us. They do this in hopes to make us lash out in a fit of rage and foolishly lose everything, which is why I immediately separate myself and cut ties with anyone who becomes belligerent and hostile towards me, no matter who they are. On to location in the next video. On to the final video.
Who you are doesn't cease to exist because there's nobody there to admire it. The people we meet at the wrong time are actually just the wrong people. You never meet the right people at the wrong time. Through every triumph and every failure that you will ever experience, you are going to be present. You are going to be the person who shows up to accept your rewards. You are going to be the person who holds your own hand when you're broken. You are going to be the person who gets yourself up off the floor every time you get knocked down. You have to realize some people simply are not meant to stay forever. Some people come into our lives for a reason, for the simple purpose of showing us the world in a way we would never have seen it otherwise.
The creator of that video spoke nothing but facts in my honest opinion. But I'll say his statements had an unparalleled level of efficiency in debunking the misconceptions of looks matching. Allow me to expound on what I mean by that. See, I'm speaking from personal experience, being a guy who looks matched myself a few years ago in hopes of finding a wife. But I've gotten the complete opposite. By that I mean, ever since I looks matched, I easily picked the sexual interest of women who run across me, resulting in many flings and even a few friends with benefits. While I admit it's enjoyable to have a fling and friends with benefits, the only problem I see with indulging in that is when me and the chicks I hook up with go our separate ways after getting it in, I'm still single after it's all said and done. After looks matching, I'm not going through hell and high water trying to pique romantic interest and get actual love from women. I said all that to say that even after looks matching a few years ago, I realized that as long as I'm still single, I will always be the only person I can fully depend on to have my own back in all aspects of my life. In simple terms, from my lived experience, I can personally attest to the statements within that video being 100% true. If you are an attractive 40 to 55-year-old black woman that can see herself seriously dating and potentially getting married to a 25-year-old man, go ahead and hit your butt on Instagram. All my socials on the TV on the right-hand side of your screen right here. Now, if you're a non-black woman, I don't want you. If you're a black woman under the age of 40, I don't want you either. But you can always do me a favor and forward this to some of your 40 to 55-year-old female family members. And I'm 100% serious about that. Due to me being a young man who prefers older women, I classify my sexuality as granny sexual. Now, if you're a first-time viewer and you enjoyed the show, be sure to follow the on-screen instructions on this TV on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, I'm not asking y'all for money, and I never will. I just ask if you enjoyed the content that you help grow this channel by commenting your thoughts down below to push me into the algorithm. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Most importantly, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring my notification bell. You've literally just tuned in to the best one-man show in history. I'll see y'all in the next one.
If you enjoyed the show, be sure to follow the instructions right below me, unless you're illiterate. In the case that you're illiterate, go learn to read before tuning back into the show. This show is for fully literate adults only. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time.